Hey, that's a good boy. Grab 5167. Ragnar is a Labradoodle, but he is not a good employee. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Sean. I'm a full-time clothing eBay reseller, and today I have 35 items to pull for $713.87. I'm going to talk about the progress of the business. I'm also going to talk about some of the ideas I have because spring's coming around, and I'm trying to get all these clothes sold. So let's get straight into it. First item we have here, Polo Ralph Lauren short sleeve V-neck. This sold for $6.99 plus $8.99 shipping, so the buyer is all in for a pretty good price. And I do not have any basket down here to collect my items. Now that I got that bucket, I can start pulling these items a little bit faster. We also have Ragnar in the warehouse today. He's just meandering around, looking for something to do. Ragnar, hey, come here, come here, buddy. Hey, that's a good boy. Decent sale here. This is a Polo Ralph Lauren Caldwell. This is silk linen long sleeve shirt. So if Polo Ralph Lauren says Caldwell on it, it's going to be a really good seller. For some reason, it's just super desirable and they sell really fast. Here's an Abercrombie & Fitch men's muscle short sleeve Henley. Henleys sell really well, short sleeve, long sleeve. I sell them all the time. Decent money if you can find them cheap. So if you guys can see over here, I am making my way as far as condensing down the racks. I've been pretty sick like the last 2 weeks. I just don't understand why I can't shake it. I've just had body ache problems. I'm coming out of it. I may actually do a workout today, or I may choose just to finish the condensing down, which is probably like the better thing for the business, but working out's better for like myself and like my spirit. So maybe I'll do a little bit of both. Who knows? So Ralph Lauren has a knit line. This one actually had like a stain on it or some type of problem. So it sold for $9.99 plus $8.99 shipping, but it's a nice purple color. I've noticed in Ralph Lauren that purples, like deep purples, sometimes sell for a little bit more money. And sometimes they sell a little bit faster just because I don't think there's as many of those that were made initially. This is another Ralph Lauren. This is the Blake yellow long sleeve button shirt. Blake cuts do better. Sold for $11.19 plus shipping. So after this round of condensing down, it'll probably be like the 4th or 5th time I've condensed down with this setup. I'm going to go through the oldest items, which there's 2 boxes of my very old inventory system. And then I'm going to start going through the rest. I think I'm going to take out all women's clothes. My wife's having a sale where it's like a bunch of baby stuff and they're putting on like a convention type thing and you take your items there. So she's going to price those out. And then all the men's clothes that's not selling fast, I'm going to start pulling those as well. This is an LL Bean long sleeve corduroy shirt. It sold for $10 plus shipping. I was kind of experimenting with the corduroy and the long sleeves. I know that the pants sell pretty well in certain brands, but you know, the long sleeves seem to sell just for not like a whole lot of money. We've got a Brooks Brothers. This is a long sleeve gray shirt. I don't think it was wool or anything. It was just cotton, but it was just like a nice classic look. Sold for $13 plus shipping. When it comes to deciding what items to pull, I'm going to go with the ones that have been on eBay the longest for my store, and I'm going to see if there's any ones that are like the starting point is low. Or if they're in my sale and I think they can sell for more money, I'll set those aside and relist them. Possibly. If the price is low on them, I'm just going to kick them out. And if there's a lot of that type of item in my store, because I need to start understanding that it's nice to cheap sell and get things out and make a lot of money off of a bunch of small sales, but it's also good to like have your warehouse under control so you're not busting at the seams. This next item's really good. This is a pair of Cool pants. Cool's a really, really awesome brand. I had them priced a little high. I think I was like trying to get too much for these Cool pants, but I accepted an offer on this for $35 plus shipping. You know, someone's going to get a nice pair of Cool pants, and I really don't mind giving people awesome deals because it just makes them come back to the store to look for like another good deal. Typically, whenever I'm buying Ralph Lauren, if I find like a plain button-up shirt like this is the Yarmouth cut, which makes it a little different, but it's just a plain blue shirt. I always think of like the business worker in the office that's trying to line up his wardrobe, but this only sold for $10 plus shipping, so I think $5 is the most you'd want to pay for something like this, but ideally you want to be around the $3 range. And you'll see these for $3 because a lot of times, since there's not much going on with them, they'll just, you know, fall to the discount color day and you can usually get your hands on these. So this is the opposite of that one that I just showed you. This is Brooks Brothers 2XL. It's got this nice deep navy blue looking color with a cool looking plaid. This sold for $18.99 plus shipping. Brooks Brothers, super flooded category, same with Ralph Lauren, but if you find the bigger sizes, cool patterns, there's a lot more money in them, but even the other stuff sells. So if you're okay, you know, selling stuff cheap and just making some money, you'll be able to build a business just on that model alone of selling things for low profit. This is the REI Co-op, the one that I bought because of the big Yumbo who had sold it on his channel. Maybe because the color wasn't great. It only sold for $13 plus shipping. I did accept $13. I had it at $19.99 plus shipping, but whenever I get new brands and I'm experimenting, if an offer comes in that's profitable, I usually jump all over it because I don't know how long it'll sit in the store. So this Ariat FR jean sold for $20 plus shipping, even though it had stains on the front. You know, it is a clean pair of pants, but it has stains from either a gentleman who's welding or working the oil field. But Ariat FR, really anything Ariat jeans, men and women, sell for really good money. Ragnar. Ragnar is constantly getting him away. So this is a Brooks Brothers, but it's the Brooks Brothers Makers. You'll see it written in small print on the main tag, and the Makers ones sell for a lot more money and a lot faster than the other ones. All right, we're gonna go head on over to the discounted section of the store. So this is the discounted section. That means items had hit my sale, the 25%, 50%, 75% sales, and we're gonna go grab some of them right now. This is a pair of Levi's 525 perfect waist women's jeans. So I had a viewer ask me, like, how do I figure out where to find 3905 in my storage system? So if you guys look here, I have like my earliest items up here in the top left, and then you can see the fronts of them, 1763, 2238. So this was 3901. So the first box I looked at was this one. It was 3916. So that means the next ones are going to be even further down the line. So I knew it was going to be in this one. However, this one, the front one is 3673. So I didn't want to start looking here because that's 200 some odd numbers. But because these are my oldest items, a lot of items have sold. It was in the very back of this box right here. So it definitely takes some getting used to, and there's no perfect inventory system, in my opinion. Everything's going to have its advantages and disadvantages. It's just whatever you can kind of like live with and just, you know, get by getting your items quickly. The key is the inventory system that doesn't lose items is the best inventory system. So this is a Tommy Bahama short sleeve shirt, and this is the Island Zone. I went pretty heavy on Island Zone. Because it's pink, it only sold for $5 plus shipping. Maybe it sat around like too long and just fell down to that, or maybe I had it priced at like 20 plus shipping and needed to be priced at like 12 plus shipping. Might have been the problem with that one. This is a Ralph Lauren long sleeve collared shirt, and these shirts usually sell for pretty good money, but end up falling to my sale, and then a buyer sent an offer of $2.70. I really didn't want to accept that from the buyer, but he is a repeat buyer, and anytime I see a repeat buyer in my store, I'm more than happy to give them a deal because I know I'll find more of these shirts. I'll make my money back on the shirt, maybe a couple bucks. Not too hurt whenever I'm giving somebody a deal because they're going to probably love to get that shirt for, you know, 12 bucks. Ragnar, 5167, go. Grab 5167, go. Come on, come on, come on, let's grab it. Where is it? 5167. There it is. Here you go, Ragnar. Okay. He's just sniffing that for, I guess to make sure it's safe. That sold for $10 plus shipping. It's the Polo Ralph Lauren like pants. They have beige chino pants. You know, they're okay to pick up. Sometimes they sell for more money, but 10 plus shipping, probably not where I want to be exactly, but you know, you gotta learn what to pick up and what not to. Maybe you don't want to pick that one up. But if you get it for $1, you know, maybe you can. A lot of times they put the Ralph Lauren chino pants in the slack section, and that's a good place to look for like your hiking pants, your military cargo pants is in the slack section. 63. This one's a pretty interesting one. I kind of want to ask the audience about. It's Penguin, and it's like by Munsung Wear. Now, I see this brand a lot. I know it's not an expensive brand. It sold for $5 plus shipping. There was a time where I was finding a lot of these for $1 because a lot of people don't pick them up. And I thought, if I buy for $1 and sell for $15, like, is that good enough to make the profit that I need per item? I think this brand, you could do that. I just think I wasn't picking up enough of them to get a good enough sample size. But somebody's going to like this shirt. I mean, it's a decent looking shirt. This is a great sale. I was hoping we'd get to another good sale in the older items. And they're not all sale items. Some of them is just the older SKUs. This is a Columbia PFG long sleeve button shirt. It's green. It's got really good color to it. And it's that gingham plaid, which I've learned from the channel. It's the Super Bomber. I don't know the difference between super Balma. Some of them are just Balma. They have like, maybe it's the cut, most likely. This one sold for $19.99 plus shipping. Now, I know the thrift stores like to price up PFGs, but there are a ton of PFGs that don't make it to that high price, either because the tag size is missing, which you just have to compare the measurements to somebody on eBay who has the same size and has a good photo setup with the measurement. So a really great sale here. Like, this is almost $30 for a PFG. I think it's great. All right, so I skipped over some of the items that weren't as great, but this item is pretty great. It's the Cabela's Guidewear short sleeve button shirt in beige. This sold for $12.99 plus $8.99 shipping, and that was my full asking price. You can find a lot of these shirts. Now, here's the problem with them. These types of shirts, the PFGs, they sell well in the spring and summer, but during the winter times, they just don't sell at all. And a lot of the stuff I have is kind of like that. So are you willing to take the low price in the winter for these, or are you willing to hold out until spring and summer and possibly get that full price sale? I'm okay taking a little bit of profit in the winter because I'll find more of these, and once I see this sale here, I'll start picking them up again. You only have so much space in your garage or your warehouse to keep this business manageable, so you gotta have to decide what kind of business you want to run. Do you want to go like super huge, bunch of low profit sales, or do you want to go super small with a bunch of high profit sales, or do you want like a hybrid of the two? And that's kind of where I want to be at. If I have somebody working for me, which I do have plans to possibly hire again later this summer or like towards the end of the year, I'm going to be having them list my low dollar items. I'm not going to have them list like the Patagonias and the things like that. I just want them to kind of build their listing muscles or photo muscles on items that I don't care a whole lot about. But those are the items that pay the bill and keep the machine rolling. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time. Bye.